After his debut international goal in midweek, Francis Jeffers was up front alongside Sylvain Wiltord. Trevor Brooking and John Motson were in the commentary box.
Here's Van Nistelrooy, a man in form. He's up against Martin Keown. And the near post, Jeff Winter hands behind his back. Manchester United's players don't appeal. But then there was a follow-up between Scholes and Vieira. And it's all gone off. Seaman's come tearing out of goal to keep the peace. Every player comes over, bar about two. And that happened, well, Scholes and Vieira tangling Trevor after this incident in the penalty area.
Well, Sol Campbell goes right through Solskjaer. That aggravates everyone. And Scholes, who already, remember, had the tackle on Vieira early on, followed it up with a second challenge himself. So let's see whether Jeff Winter pulls up on Campbell or Scholes.
Well, I was just saying, no Manchester United player actually appealed for a penalty. The crowd did. Paul Scholes is going to get booked, that's for certain. Of course, a lot of cards have been shown in matches between the clubs. One recalls Keane. This is getting nasty again now. Martin Keown, who's gone down. Van Nistelrooy is the man in the thick of it. They're surrounding him, they're pushing him, and there's real trouble here for Jeff Winter.
He's got to pick up a card of some sort, Nistelrooy, for the challenge on Keown.
The right foot was really high. Now, don't forget there's history here. Keown has just been fined £5,000 by the FA for pushing Van Nistelrooy in the league game. This is revenge. As I said, these two did have this confrontation before Christmas, and it's obviously played on Van Nistelrooy's mind. He went for Keown early on, and he, like Scholes, is in the book. Here's Lauren. Van Nistelrooy's left Lauren on the ground. Now, if the referee saw that, Jeff Winter's got play on twice. And Lauren's writhing on the pitch as Solskjaer tries to get Giggs away. And we are in for a real humdinger here. I think you can tell that as well at home as we can. Now then, did he see the first incident?
Well, that's the ball. I think Van Nistelrooy just followed through. I don't think it was as bad as whether he did catch Lauren and that's why he stayed down. He's still on the floor getting treatment now. I myself don't think that was another yellow card.
Trevor, I think there's another incident here. Vieira's being led back to the referee by Seaman. This, I think, is dissent. The yellow card has been taken out again. There was a long conversation. Yes, it's a warning. It's another yellow. There was a long conversation, and it's still going on. He would be well advised. I know that the captain's allowed to speak, but he's already had one conversation with Jeff Winter. Then Vieira went back not once, but twice, and has been booked.
It is as competitive an opening little spell as I've seen all season.
Well, Ferguson did say, didn't he, that the winners of this will be in pole position to win the FA Cup at Cardiff in May. And they're playing as if they really mean it. Van Nistelrooy, Giggs. He's laid it to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who's hit the post. I think Seaman actually had the post covered. Good move, though.
Well, they suddenly got 2 against 1, didn't they? Van Nistelrooy got the ball, and Lauren doesn't know whether to go wide. Just a little bit short, which means it just took its time. And then Solskjaer had to drag it a little bit away from Lauren, and that took it then to the near post. I think David Seaman, to be honest, would have been beaten with the power, but it came back off that foot on the post.
Through ball by Beckham. Keown struggling. Ryan Giggs. Giggs for Manchester United. The goal is gaping, and Giggs has missed. Well, that literally was an open goal. That has to be one of the most glaring misses of Ryan Giggs' career. How did he put that over the bar? A horrendous error by Martin Keown. Seaman all over the place. Go on, just slide it in the net.
That is unbelievable. Once he's clear like this, you wonder, is Seaman going to bring him down? No, he's just got to dribble it towards the goal. I know it's his weaker foot, but that is absolutely astounding. I mean, when you think of the golden goal that we've seen before this match, and suddenly to miss that one, I mean, that's Ferguson. I don't think he can even believe it.
Tarless cross. Wiltord up with the goalkeeper. David Beckham didn't see Edu coming, but he got the ball away. He hasn't. Vieira. Free kick Arsenal. Well, Roy Keane and Gary Neville both protested to Jeff Winter, but the free kick was given. Edu's closer for a crack at goal. Perez is also standing in a threatening position.
Might favour Perez as it's a bit closer. Edu's a bit more powerful with his shooting, but Perez is more of a curler. I think he might take seniority here, who knows?
Right, and it was Edu. Oh, it's been deflected, and it's in! Arsenal are in front from a deflected free kick by Edu.
Well, unbelievable. I mean, it wasn't the best of free kicks, to be frank. He didn't hit it that hard. Look at it, just on the shoulder of Beckham there. Let's have a look in the middle there.
Well, Edu, the Brazilian, will certainly do his best to claim it, and Arsenal have taken the lead within minutes of that shocking miss by Ryan Giggs. How costly could that now prove? Edu, two up with him. Wiltord, good chance for Arsenal. There's Sylvain Wiltord, and Arsenal go 2-0 up. And Wiltord, whose goal here ensured Arsenal won the Cup and League double last season, is on the mark at Old Trafford again. And they made it look very simple. Edu, twinkle toes really, slid the ball through. He skipped the challenge, Wiltord, and steered it the other side of Barthez.
Well done, Edu there. Just rolls the ball. Look, Rio Ferdinand caught as Wiltord run behind him. Wes Brown then has to come and commit himself. Doesn't want to give the penalty away. Then he just sets himself. He could go either way, and he just strokes it wide. And Barthez, no chance at all.
This is Solskjaer. Beckham shakes off two. Oh, gets past the third one, but Cole will recover. Two England players there. Neville's looking for Keane. There's the flick on. There's Van Nistelrooy. Big shout. First for hands, then for a foul. Neither given. Play goes on. Beckham. Solskjaer shoved a bit. Giggs coming in. Oh, no. Well, he drove that into the ground and it went right across the 6-yard box. Now Scholes. Sylvester his left. And a line of 5 ahead of him. Giggs. Sylvester again. Made that look quite easy. Ferdinand is coming in. Edu there first. This is Keown. Giggs again. Sylvester again. Header out was by Cole. Back in by Neville. This is Scholes. Little ball into Van Nistelrooy. This is where he's dangerous. Keane. Scholes is coming in. Oh, and so too was Solskjaer. And how did that one miss? I lost the flight of that ball, Trevor. What happened there?
Well, Solskjaer lost the flight of it as well because Scholes just got in the way.
Here's Scholes. Scholes shoots.
That's about first time he's bundled his way clear of midfield. Always dangerous here. I think the chewing gum at the moment will be working furiously because it can't be happy as at the moment Arsenal getting the better possession and his side definitely rocked by the second goal, and at the moment just can't seem to get the right shape and the fluidness normally in their play.
Thierry Henry. There's a break on here for Arsenal. If he plays it to the right, they're through. And he did. And it's Wiltord. And it looks like 3-0. Oh, and coming in, crashing behind him. Well, Thierry Henry, what a great ball inside Wes Brown. And this is Wiltord, who looks certain to make it 3. Brown actually got his foot round the ball. He got a bit of Wiltord as well. And on a day when they weren't leading 2-0, Arsenal might have been screaming for a penalty there. Manchester United fans get up and leave. 9,000 Arsenal supporters celebrate their club's passage through into the 6th round. Arsenal, the holders, have won this one by the standards of these matches quite comfortably. Don't ever run away with the idea that the FA Cup doesn't mean anything to players like Arsene Wenger's. At Old Trafford, it finished Manchester United 0, celebrating Arsenal 2.
What does it do psychologically for your campaign for the league titles to come here and win?
Well, it means that this team is tremendous, and I know that, but I think, of course, it strengthens our belief and our confidence, and that's important because we have big games coming up, and we are on a consistent run at the moment for a long time, and that's very good for the future.
A lot was said about the psychological lift the winners of this game would get for the run into the rest of the season. How will it affect your running?
Well, we've got to show we've got the mettle to come off that, and although the Cup's not your biggest priority, it was a Cup in which we wanted to do well in, and we've got the league and the Champions League to come up. We've got to gather ourselves and make sure we perform on Wednesday.
We needed a performance, we needed a win, and we got it. It wasn't easy. It's never easy coming here and winning, but the lads, we stuck to our guns and we played. We had a great performance, everybody.
Is Edu claiming that goal, the free kick?
Well, it was lucky. We got a little bit lucky. I mean, I got away with a bad mistake really in the first half, and Giggs won't be happy with himself for missing that. But you know, we got the luck today that we maybe didn't get in the past, and that's Cup football.
We knew that when we lost here in the league, they won the battle in the midfield. But I think with Rep Parler, Edu, and Robert, we play a really fantastic game. We won the battle, so that's why we win the game.
It was a fiery start to the game. Did the referee do enough to keep on top of things?
I think the Arsenal players didn't handle it well. Continually surrounding the referee doesn't help the referee, and I think he was bullied the referee a bit. There's no need for players at 6'3" to fall down the way they were doing, and that was disappointing. They don't need to do that, Arsenal. I don't think anyone expected anything other than a fiery game. It's a cup tie. They tackled, we tackled, but their reaction to us tackling was very poor.
I'll see if you agree with Sir Alex on those points in a minute or so's time. But first of all, the game overall, Mark, what was your view?
I thought Arsenal were absolutely outstanding. And over the 90 minutes, they virtually kept Manchester United at arm's length. And when you consider how well Manchester United have been playing lately, it was a great achievement. And I thought, you know, Campbell and Keown, outstanding. Perez, the runs, the angles of his passes, etc. And Vieira was absolutely immense. And I just thought it's a real outstanding Arsenal performance without Bergkamp, without Gilberto Silva, and without arguably the best player in the world, Thierry Henry.
David, I could have sworn there I saw Arsene Wenger with a bit of a grin on his face. Might have been wrong, I'm not sure, but I could have sworn that he was absolutely smiling. And, well, you wouldn't be surprised. They did really well.
Yeah, it was a wonderful performance from Arsenal. To go to Manchester United, especially the run, as I said, Manchester United have been in, and it was an excellent result. But, you know, Man United now have got a chance to bounce back. You know, they've got big games in midweek, and they've got a lot of big games coming up in the league, which I'm sure they'll hang in there all right to the end.
I think if you cast your mind back to the league game earlier at Old Trafford between these two teams, Manchester United came out very, very aggressively. And it's just what they did today. They came out aggressively and they ended up winning the game 2-0. Phil Neville played in midfield that day. And I think those were the last words from the manager. Early tackle by Scholes on Vieira. They were claiming a penalty in Manchester United. It's a great header by Campbell, really, really forceful. And this is just, what, a minute later, this is Scholes again on Vieira. He's lucky to stay on, Ray, because that would have been obviously 2 yellows. So there's a bit of a fracas. And again,
there was more of it too, Mark.
Oh, there's lots of it. And again here, Keown wins a ball. Van Nistelrooy through on Keown. Keown made a little bit of a meal for it, because he's made a living out of tackling a bit like this, let's be fair. He did make a bit of a meal of it. But, you know, the thing with Van Nistelrooy, again, this was his second one on Loren. And there's no doubt he catches him. Loren, as well, obviously dived and he went over and over and over. But he caught him, Van Nistelrooy. And that's all in the first few minutes. And that was the intention of Manchester United. Get in amongst them, make them hurry. But in fairness to Arsenal, it didn't upset them.
But can you say the Arsenal players were making the most of it then? If you get forearms smashed in the face, whether it's deserved or not, or whether it's meant or not...
Well, I think one roll would have been enough. I counted about 7 from Loren, so it was a foul. But there's no doubt about it with Manchester United. They will hark on about the Giggs miss.
But do you agree with Sir Alex, though, by the way?
Slightly. I think that's slightly tempered by the fact that his team's not been able to really... force Arsenal into problems. This is the Giggs chance. And he does absolutely brilliantly. Early on, past Seaman, past Campbell. He's time to steady it, etc. And it was a big, big miss in the context of the game. And he will obviously feel extremely down about that. So it's a great ball from Beckham. And This is in full flight. Keown leaves it. We don't know why. Away from the goalkeeper. Great feet. Away from Campbell. He can have a touch. He can roll it in. Who knows what he's thinking at that particular moment. So it's a big, big miss. But if he's watching, that's got to be worse than the Ryan Giggs miss.
And I bet it won't make Ryan Giggs feel any better at all.
Well, no, but we tried to, didn't we?
When you look at Manchester United's performance overall, they did get hit, David, by the first goal, which was so unfortunate.
It was, and you know, on another day then they're going at half-time, nothing each, but from here the free kick takes the deflection off the top of the wall.
That's the first one, isn't it, where he just... Do you think that was a sighter, maybe, for his second one?
A very similar position, and on this one, it takes the deflection at the top of the wall. There's nothing the goalkeeper can do. The ball's jumped to try and give a bit more on it, and it's hit the top.
We tried to show you a view now of Fabian Barthez of the goal. You know, when you see a deflection, you always kind of think, well, what did the goalkeeper see? This is real time. Have a look at this. What chance have you got? Absolutely no chance whatsoever. And this is Arsenal's second goal. Well, yeah, United give the ball away in the first instance. I think there's about 11 passes here. They were playing so well at the time. You know, when you're in a good side, everybody wants the ball. You've always got options. People are moving for you. People are willing to run without the ball, and things open up. This fella here is a big key for me in Arsenal when they play well. Pires, always looking to pass it forward, always coming off people, always committing people. It's a great ball from Edu into Viltord. Barthez, all right, he tries to guess, but not one challenge, Ray, in about 11 passes.
David, looking at that second goal there, it was that was Arsenal at their best. There didn't seem to be anything going on. They just kept the ball, and all of a sudden, bang, they just drive through. Yeah,
it was fabulous play, and I think Manchester United will be disappointed they didn't get closer because it was a cup tie, and you know, I'm sure Alex Ferguson would be looking for his players to try and get close and make a tackle. But wonderful pass from Edu and a wonderful run from Wiltord as well to allow him to be played in.
Is it significant not that Arsenal won? Is it significant the way they won for the rest of the season?
I think you could see at the end of the game, you know, that Arsenal tried to put a marker down there. But, you know, Manchester United have made a strong stuff, and I've no doubt they'll be looking at that tonight thinking, well, we need to try and continue winning and put pressure on them between now and the end of the season.
But, as I say, I hope I'm over them now and ready to go on and do the business here.
While other young English players have found the competition for places among Arsenal's international elite too hot to handle, Francis Jeffers is determined to become a first-team regular. His persistence paid off with a starting place against Manchester United in the Cup and a goal on his England debut.
I was a bit shocked, you know, to get the call up because obviously I haven't been playing consistently. I don't know what the reason was for picking me before Jermaine Defoe, I don't know. Maybe it was the goals I'd scored at the under-21 level or what, but I was just pleased to get out there and win my first full cap, and to score was an amazing feeling.
He has the qualities, he's sharp, and the problem at top level is consistency. And I expect him now to be at a consistent level where he is. And that's why I think he can be a big asset for us in the final sprint of the season.
Let me take you back to 18 months or so ago when you first arrived. You walked in the dressing room on the first day, you look around, legends everywhere, Tony Adams, Seaman, Henry, Vieira, World Cup winners.
That's why I came here. You know, obviously I was at Everton when I was a young lad and came through the ranks there, and obviously I decided to move on for you know, my own reasons and to further my career. And when you walk into the dressing room at the start of the season and see all them players, it's a big boost. No disrespect to Everton, but when you were training at Everton, you weren't training with the quality of players that you come here to Arsenal, and you train with the likes of Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry and Patrick every day, and you know, Gilberto, World Cup winner. It's fantastic for me to be learning off these sort of players.
How has it improved you, do you think?
I know it's difficult to say because of the injuries. I think, you know, I haven't been out there regularly, although saying that this season I've not missed many training sessions and been in and around the squad. I think you can just pick up little things, you know, even off the field, at the way they look after themselves and you know, the way they conduct themselves around the place is fantastic.
A lot of stories in the papers a few months ago saying that you might be going to Middlesbrough. Was there anything in that ever?
No, not as far as I know anyway. I mean, you could speak to the boss and ask him. I think he said that a couple of clubs had inquired about me, you know, during the transfer window, but I always told the boss I'm happy to stay here and fight for my place. My goal scoring has been quite consistent, you know. Whenever I've played for Everton or for Arsenal or for the under-21s, I've been consistently scoring goals, but as I say, I think I need to develop my all-round game a bit more, but that'll come with the experience of playing with these lads here, and hopefully, you know, I can get a regular place soon.
Wayne Rooney, there's a bit of a connection between you and him.
Yeah, we grew up in the same area. You know, my mum and dad still live there, and his mum and dad still live there. He still lives with him, so you know, we went to the same school, and we know each other quite well, and he's a great lad, and I speak to him all the time. Yeah.
Do you dare to dream of perhaps leading the line for England with him in the future?
Of course I do. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to. I'd love to lead the line with anyone, to be honest. Just long as, you know, I was in the team myself.
You've got to be good week in, week out.
Yeah. Well, maybe so. I mean, I don't know. How can you be consistent if you're not playing?
Do you feel you're coming around to achieving some kind of consistency now?
Yeah, I think I can only be consistent on the training pitch because obviously I'm not playing that much, but you know, I'm not getting frustrated. I'm happy here, and I'm ready to fight for my place all the way.
That was Damien Johnson with Francis Jeffers. He clearly has a hunger to do well at Arsenal, and what competition he does have to put up with shows what a good player he is.
It does, and also you would hope that every time he turns up for training that he learns something every day, because how can't you learn from Henry and Bergkamp? Think about Franny Jeffers, even as a young lad at Everton. Very, very intelligent footballer, very good finisher. He just now needs to start some games. I think he's only started about 8 games. And he will score goals in that team. Whether he can play with Henry, obviously, is a question for everybody to consider. But his future's good. He's just got to stick in there. He's got himself fit, and he'll get his chance, sir.